Hello, my food mood friends. Welcome back. Chandra's Sauce is an Odyssey. Sleep. Let's talk more sleep. If you
Welcome! Here is your hostess and coach, Chandra Zas, helping people make food and mood changes doable without missing out. Go ahead, high five that like button, subscribe and share while you're there.
I just shared in my last video about how I've had some trouble sleeping and the importance of routine. And I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into sleep and share with you some pieces. I did a lot of extensive research in the last year about how to help myself sleep better. And one thing that I didn't find out there and that I instead found inside myself is the relationship that we have to sleep. I like to think about, the relationship that we have with anything in our life, whether it's our partner, whether it's with food, whether it's with work, whether it's with our kids, whether it's with our life, whether it's with our time, our sleep, that it's our relationship to it that is built on our thoughts and our feelings about it, and how our thoughts and our feelings really have a massive impact on the relationship. And so I have been using this approach on myself in the last year to help myself sleep better, to help myself improve my relationship with my sleep. And so as I woke up last night, I was sleeping with my little one and she kicked me and it woke me up, and I wasn't able to go right back to sleep. My whole life, I was always able to sleep through anything, go right back to sleep. And this last year, that hasn't been the case. If I wake up, I'm often awake for sometimes a really long time. Sometimes I don't go back to sleep at all. And so shifting my relationship to sleep has been monumental. And for me, I found that one of the biggest tricks is in that moment of waking up, is in choosing to either freak out and feel dread, trauma, stress, anxiety, to fear, to feel scared of waking up, which I definitely had that many times. I was like, oh my God, here it goes again. I'm not going to sleep. And I watched my heart race. I watched my blood pressure raise. I could feel it in my body. I could feel the hormones, the stress hormones going through my body, which then only led to me not going back to sleep, because then I'm even more awake. And so I started really playing with catching myself in that moment that I wake up, instead of letting my default brain go into some kind of panic or fear, choosing to take a really deep breath and to soften my body and to soften my mind and to tell myself nothing's gone wrong, and to stop my stress from raising, stop my body from freaking out, stop my mind from going into a spin out or a rabbit hole that only keeps me awake. I noticed that if there's something in my life that's going on and it's needing processing and I'm feeling emotional about it and I need to figure it out, that's what my brain wants to go to first thing. So it's let's think about this thing, and then I get all worked up. And so I found that I can actually manage my brain, which is exactly what I practice and I teach my clients how to do around any relationship. And I've been really using it with sleep to stop my body from going into that heightened, even more awake place. And so training my brain of feeling myself wake up, taking a deep breath and telling myself nothing's gone wrong, it's okay. And even further, I've been playing with this place of actually trusting my body to an even deeper level and trusting that there might be a reason that I am awake at this time.
Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm in the Dead Sea, floating in the water. Go ahead and like and share and follow so we can keep in touch.
And playing with what is it that my brain is wanting to process. And so I've actually been starting to do some deep thinking in the middle of the night, and allowing my brain and noticing that I'm not going into the stressed, indulgent place, the freak out, the panic, anxiety, but staying in a really calm, grounded place and trusting that my brain has something that I need to think through or decide or come to some kind of clarity or knowing around. And so I still sometimes wake up in the middle of the night, not very often anymore, but sometimes I do. And I've come to this actually really enjoyable place with it, where I'm I trust that my body's going to go back to sleep. I like choose. Trust is a choice. Trust is one of the most powerful emotions, trust and love. I trust that my body is going to go back to sleep. So I keep my nervous system calm. I keep it grounded. And then I also trust that there's something that my spirit, that my energy, that my higher self needs to figure out during this time. And so I go into like observer mode. And this is what I do in my waking hours also when I do deep thinking on my business or my life or whatever is going on. But I will actually, I have a little something in my eye, excuse me. Well, I will actually use this time in the middle of the night to like check in. Is there something that I need to process or deal with, like in this beautiful, sacred, silent time in the middle of the night? And then I allow myself to really watch my brain work and watch to hear what my brain has to say and what it's thinking about and what possible solutions there are. And I've been actually making like quite big decisions in the middle of the night from this really grounded, present place when I used to freak out thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not going to go back to sleep. So like, this is one of the things that I really work with my clients is like noticing when an emotion is indulgent, like anxiety, worry, fear. These emotions are not going to serve us when we wake up in the middle of the night. So how can we switch out and mentally manage these emotions and instead use more useful emotions that serve us and move us forward and create a relationship that's much more beneficial to ourselves, to our health, to our well-being. And so I tried out many things in a lot of different sleep opinions and offers and ideas, and many of them I'm using and it worked, but this one I didn't find anywhere out there. This was something that I developed like in my sleep troubles in the last year and have come to like a really sweet, empowering place with my sleep. And I trust that my body will go back to sleep. There's one more piece I want to throw in here. If you're having trouble sleeping, one of the most useful tools that I have for sleep is actually based in Vipassana. And Vipassana, if you know anything about it, the meditation, it is, you spend the first 3 days only focusing on the entrance to your nostril and focusing on the sensation of your breath going in and out. And when I'm wanting to go back to sleep, and I'm not wanting to allow my brain to do deep thinking, and I'm wanting to not let my mind race and go into where all the scary monsters, I feel like there's the most scary monsters in the middle of the night, all the fears, all the anxieties, all the worries, which I know is like common with lots of people. So if I don't want to let my brain go either of those places, I focus my brain and my attention, my awareness on the sensation of my nose, and bringing my attention there and quieting my mind is often a massive help to drifting back off to sleep. So I wanted to offer that to you if you're having sleep troubles. And I am sitting here in the bed that I've been sleeping in for the last few weeks because, yeah, I would say in the last couple months, I made like some really big breakthroughs in cultivating the relationship that I really want with sleep. And I went through like a hellish year. So yeah, and I have a couple clients that I'm talking to about sleep. So it's like really, I'm thinking about it a lot more and it's on my brain. And even in the middle of the night, I'm like thinking about like, okay, well, what are the tricks? What are the most effective things? How do we create this desired relationship with a very important thing in life? When we're not sleeping, whoa, like our brain is unstable, messy, like, wow, sleep is just fundamental. I never had a problem sleeping until all of this travel and my little one. And yeah. So anyway, I hope this helps you, and use your brain. Don't let it use you. And yeah, thank you for your time and attention, and I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful week.